Welcome to Jordan.
In this video, we're going to take you on a 7-day adventure around Jordan, including places such as Petra and Wadi Rum.
And make sure you watch till the end to find out how much we spent on this trip.
Talk about the itinerary tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, from Amman, from this hotel, we are going to the north first.
We are in Jerash.
So this city actually used to originally belong to the Greek Empire, and a lot of the remnants that you see, you can see a lot of the Greek Empire itself, but most of what you see, or most of what flourished, was from the Roman Empire. It's really, really well preserved. If you've been to the Forum in Rome before, it's giving a very similar vibe.
We just watched a bagpipe performance by the locals. That was really, really awesome. And did you know that bagpipes were invented in Iraq, I think?
Yeah.
Not Scotland.
Roman background.
Yeah.
And then because it was in the Middle East, like the Roman Empire in the Middle East, it got spread all throughout the Mediterranean and then eventually landed in Scotland.
And Canada. And Jerash was a very important city back then because it was on the trade route between Asia and Africa. And incense was a very rare and expensive commodity. So the ancient city of Jerash was very, very wealthy. And just like a lot of ancient cities, this city has survived many wars, right? It was once occupied by the Greeks, Romans, the Ottoman Empire. So it's amazing that it's still so well preserved. Just wave at the camera. Wave at it.
We're currently by the Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea is actually 430 meters below sea level. It's also the deepest salt lake in the entire world.
It's named the Dead Sea because there's actually nothing living in the water.
Yes. Now it's time to go for a swim. It's supposed to be good for your skin, but who knows? I'm covered in mud right now. This is like the adult version of Play-Doh. This is such a strange sensation. I'm floating without even trying. I had a taste of the water from the Dead Sea, not by choice. The saltiest thing I've ever tasted. Yummy? We're making a quick stop at Mount Nebo. We're whispering because there's a church behind us. But this is a very special, very holy / religious place.
Yeah, so this is where Jesus told Moses of the Promised Land. So right in front of us is basically the same view that Moses had.
And the church behind us. Incredible. have some really cool art pieces,
Mosaics.
mosaics.
Now, this one was built in the 6th century after Jesus Christ, but unfortunately, because of the earthquake, we have a damage happened to the map. So what left is about 15 meters in 6 meters.
Nice and saucy.
Yummy?
Yeah. It's nice and pickled actually.
Where are we going?
Kerak Castle.
Yeah.
Just woke up from a nappy nap.
Same. Kerak Castle is a 12th century Crusader era fortress. Construction started in 1140s under the King of Jerusalem, and most of it was destroyed by earthquakes throughout the years. It's still very impressive after all these years. And we're currently at Little Petra. This is sort of the preview for tomorrow's grand finale, the main Petra. This one here actually came before Petra. It was built in 2 BC, but you can clearly see the temple. It's still well preserved. You can see the 2 columns. And behind me, below the temple, you can see some caves here. These were used by the Bedouin people back then. So they carved into the rocks and built their home inside. For example, that one there is a well, and there's also a kitchen right in front of me. It's really cool. This is our home in Petra for 2 nights. I think it's a 4-star hotel. Very spacious, very clean. Tomorrow we're gonna wake up early for Petra. We are in Petra!
No good in the depths of the valley.
Oh,
Are you cold?
no. I'm okay right now. Oh. I'll show you how many layers I have on right now, okay? I can't show you, but there's heat tech, there's t-shirt, there's your jacket, and my scarf, and my mittens.
Nice. We woke up bright and early today. We left the hotel
Right?
at 6:40, still dark.
Right.
It's only 7 o'clock and we're already at Petra. And we're the first group in line. There's nobody else here yet. Hopefully we get to see sunrise.
I think that was the plan, because sunrise not till 7:45.
But because Petra is between mountains, it's basically in a valley. We might not be able to see anything until the sun's, way up. Yeah.
This is yours and this is yours.
Thanks, my king.
Pretty and back. If anyone would like to ride the horse from the sea back to here, 800 meters, the same thing. It's including the ticket.
Now, once you're in Petra, you have the option to hire a buggy that takes you to the treasury, right? It costs about 5 Jordanian dinar one way, or 10 for both ways. Or you can do horseback riding to the treasury and beyond. We're currently walking towards the treasury, and as you can see, we're surrounded by rocks on both sides.
Basically, this used to be one big mountain, but because of the tectonic plates, this was like millions of years ago.
Yeah.
It basically broke the mountain into two, and then that's how this canyon was formed. The people of Petra, they started etching and carving into the stones because essentially you could go through the canyon itself and it would be protected by how big the two mountains were.
So that means Petra is between the African tectonic plate and also the Asian tectonic plate, right?
Yeah.
We just had a quick glimpse of the treasury. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
It's a lot bigger than you think it would be actually. It's so tall.
It's right in front of us now. Let me show you. And here it is, the treasury right behind us. I think one misconception is that Petra is just a treasury, but it's one giant ancient city.
Yeah.
It took us about 10-15 minutes to walk from the gate to the treasury. We're going to do a hike to the monastery. So there's a lot that you can see here in Petra. Do plan ahead and bring lots of water, and there's a shop.
They do sell water
Actually,
here.
right behind us, yeah. It could be a bit more expensive. Well, I can't believe we're here. It's one of the 7 wonders and we're standing right in front of it. This was built over 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, 2 centuries before Christ.
Yeah, it was a major city along the trade route between Africa and Asia. So there's so much history here. And the guy was saying that the Romans and probably the Greeks as well tried to occupy the city and take over the country, but it was difficult because the city is situated inside a mountain.
And there's only one entrance.
Only one entrance, really hard to attack. Yeah, it's so incredible.
It's cool.
Just 5 minutes away from the treasury, there's a couple of gift shops here. One sells sand painting, that's quite nice. And then there's a nice washroom here. And then the coffee shop. Right now it's winter, so it does get pretty cold. We're gonna go grab some coffee.
Is this the theater? I think so, right?
I think it's this.
We took a little break just before the monastery hike, and now we're about to start. Should be a pretty easy hike. 40 minutes up, 40 minutes down, and then some time to take photos.
Zen also said the hike in Cappadocia was an easy hike. So let's see.
This one's actually paved.
Let's
Look
see.
at this.
Oh, this is Stairmaster. Holy crap.
Let's go! The steps here are pretty steep,
Yeah.
but the hike itself is very well paved. I think anyone can do it.
Yeah, but our tour guide said this was easy.
It is easy.
This is a lie.
We are pretty close to the monastery now. There's one final climb, and then we'll be there. How are you feeling?
Besides the cats, very good.
After 800 steps, I think we have made it. Oh wow. And here we are, right in front of the monastery. It is actually bigger than the treasury, and it was built as a place of worship.
How long did it take us to get here?
40 minutes.
The steps here are pretty steep, especially if you're like my height. Steps can be up to here. It's a little bit tricky.
Is it worth it?
Obviously, my husband's happy. Duh.
Petra has been really high on my bucket list. I can't believe I'm actually here.
Happy 33rd birthday again.
I'm really, really happy. This is incredible.
Feels like I've just literally walked onto the set of Indiana Jones.
You made it!
Oh.
So we started from the entry gate, and walked all the way to the treasury, which takes about 20 to 30 minutes. And then from here, we visited the royal tombs, and then we hiked to the monastery. That took 40 minutes one way.
We did it on no food. Well, snacks.
Put the cooked yogurt here. Or you will get more what? More delicious. Now make the rice, some bread, some meat together and eat. Awesome. I hope enjoyed.
We've just made it to Wadi Rum Visitor Center. We're on a very short hike to the viewpoint to check out the 7 mountains. Sorry,
7 pillars.
the 7 pillars. All right, everyone look at the camera.
Say hi.
How was your first meal in the desert?
Everything that we got was veggie today. The stew, it tastes very Asian actually. It's like a tomato, I think. It's nice and light.
So today we're camping in Wadi Rum. Wadi stands for valley and Rum stands for high. So Wadi Rum means higher valley. And we're in a campsite just inside Wadi Rum. Let me give you a tour of the room.
So actually it's like a hybrid between a tent and a cabin. If you actually feel the wall, it's hard. So there's some good, I have a feeling it might be wood, right?
It
Or
could.
stone, not too sure.
But I think the fabric is here to keep the entire tent warm.
Warm, yeah. And then it's actually quite spacious, so it can fit, I think this is a double and a twin. And then come into the darkness.
There's electricity.
There's electricity.
You can charge your phone.
Yeah. Come in.
Yeah.
There's a sink, a toilet, and a shower. Now the question is, we don't know if the shower has hot water.
Yeah.
We'll find out tonight. That's okay. Honestly, for one night, it's totally fine. And it's nice that it has your own bathroom.
The only downside is that there's no Wi-Fi, which is okay, right? We get to spend time with our friends. And for dinner, we're having a traditional Bedouin cuisine, I guess. It's called zarb, which is, well, I'll explain later. According to our guide Mod, this is his favorite place. Why is this your favorite place?
Because it's the desert, I love it.
Simple and straightforward. Quick break and grab me some tea.
Instrument,
Do they speak a different language?
different accents, the same Arabic, yeah.
As you can see, my hair is crazy. It's really windy and sandy here. I can taste sand in my mouth right now.
If you've been to Coachella before, you know what we're talking about.
So Wadi Rum is also known as the Valley of the Moon. And the landscapes here are just incredible. We're on our way towards one of the attractions. I don't know what it's called, but eventually the sand will become red, which is why a lot of films are filmed here. For example, Martian with Matt Damon, and Dune 2, I think. Also Aladdin.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour tour, and we're gonna catch the sunset here. So if you're planning on doing the same, just make sure you pack wisely, because it does get really chilly.
Where are we? We're at an arch that was used. The Cave of Wonders from Aladdin. Yeah, very sad to find out the Cave of Wonders is not real. It's the main reason I came on this trip. because I wanted a genie of my own, but that's not going to happen. It's cool. It is very cool. Sort of just an arch though. I don't really... A natural, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like a bridge.
Here comes the camels.
Horse, bro.
Oh, horse.
Right now we're at the mushroom rock, and the sand here is really, really red. Extremely red. It's like a salmon colored. I think the colors of the sand are from, I can't remember what he mentioned, the minerals coming from the mountain behind. And then the dust falls onto the sand and makes it red. So actually if you dig deeper down, the sand underneath is yellow. And right behind, I think, is where they filmed some parts of Dune. And right in front of Zen's, there's big camels. That's the mushroom rock.
More energy. Repeat that.
That's the mushroom rock.
Now we are in the desert, so it's very hard to find the wood. So they have to find a way to cook the food with less amount of wood. So this is why they dig a hole at the beginning, and after that they make a fire inside. Now the sand, or the hole in the sand, or the sand will keep the heat inside the hole. By this way we will cook lots of food with less amount of wood. After that they put the food in inside iron basket. We have a layers. At the bottom the rice, then the lamb meat and the chicken and the vegetable on the top. That's the cover.
For lunch today, we're going to get chicken shawarma from Tibet, and right across from the shawarma place, there's a falafel sandwich restaurant. So we're trying both.
This is called a crusty French bread shawarma.
It's a chicken shawarma.
Yeah, basically just baguette and chicken inside. And then we also got a falafel.
Falafel sandwich. If you haven't had falafel before, they're basically deep fried chickpea balls with spices and I think other veggies. And I love the sandwich because even though it's all vegetarian, it's still very juicy, not dry at all. It's one of my favorite things to eat in Jordan. This falafel, it's so good. I love Jordanian food. We're currently walking along the waterfront, and behind me, that's a town in Israel. And if we look just a bit further down that direction, that way is Egypt. So the Gulf of Aqaba is neighboring 3 countries: Jordan, Israel, and Egypt. It's kind of wild. And the town in Israel looks like another resort town. Lots of big hotels, and I see people paragliding.
So you can see that the water here, if you look down, is actually really clear.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, you can see the bottom of it. It just feels like any other town here. It's really nice. It's also really good weather.
So here we have some soccer players from which university?
Middle East University.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to Jordan.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
We're in the farmlands by the north of Jordan. It's apparently the hottest here, and also one of the poorest parts of Jordan. So we're here to have lunch at one of the places that G Adventure supports.
All the people love that. This is zucchini. This is very fresh salad from the land directly. You will feel that. It's from the land directly. And this is the bread of our village. I would like to thank Zain and Jess about your visiting us here, and welcome anytime. If you come again to Jordan, remember our name, Safi Kitchen, and you will stay with us. And I think you will be happy to meet my people and my community, and you'll see how it is very good community, because that's my job, to show my heritage of my village. And thank you very much.
Thanks for having us. This is our last night here in Jordan, and we're on our way to dinner with the entire group.
Family.
And we're gonna have some traditional Jordanian food. I'm really excited. This restaurant is massive. It's got 3 different floors. It even has a water fountain in the middle of the restaurant, right over there. So dinner has been served. What we thought was the main course is actually the appetizer.
Yeah.
Live review!
Live review.
We don't know what's happening. They just keep giving us food,
Chaos.
more and more food.
Yeah.
That was a great experience. I've never been to a restaurant like this.
Me
People were
neither.
just smoking shisha,
Yeah.
and after you're done with your meal, they serve you a plate of fruit. And
Straight up
also, we also got baklava. That
Yeah.
was so good. Here's how much we spent in Jordan. In total, we spent $2,425 for 2 people in USD.
Booked our trip with G Adventures, and the total price included all of the breakfast as well as 1 lunch and 1 dinner. We used credit card to pay for our visa, so we did have to pay extra. We do recommend coming in with cash before the trip to avoid having to pay the extra fee to get the visa.
And that's all for this vlog.
Thanks for watching!